You choose the whole wheat bread over the white. You grab the low-fat yogurt. You think you're doing everything right. But a growing body of research suggests one of these common health foods is a primary driver of joint pain for men over 60. Today, we expose it, along with two of its partners in crime. What you learn here could change how you walk, move, and feel for years to come. That morning stiffness, that dull ache in your knee after a walk. We're told it's just part of getting older. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the real enemy isn't age, but a quiet, persistent hum of irritation inside your body called chronic inflammation? Think of it as a fire alarm that's stuck on, constantly wearing down your joints. The good news is the food you eat can either fuel that fire or help put it out. And today, we're going to show you how to become the firefighter, starting with the biggest deceptions hiding in your grocery aisle. If you're ready to get practical, science-backed advice to stay active for years to come, subscribe and hit the bell. That way, you won't miss a single strategy for keeping yourself in motion. Our mission begins by unmasking the first and biggest suspect hiding in your pantry. The number one food, often disguised as a healthy choice that may be quietly harming your joints, is modern wheat. Now hold on, this requires some explanation. The wheat we eat today is not the same grain our grandfathers ate. It has been bred to contain different protein structures, including more gluten. For many of us, especially as our digestive systems change with age, this modern wheat can be tough to handle. Your body may see some of these proteins as foreign invaders, triggering that internal fire alarm. This doesn't mean you have celiac disease. It could be a more subtle sensitivity that shows up not as a stomachache, but as an ache in your knee. Even healthy whole wheat bread is often highly processed, packed with added sugars and dough conditioners. The healthy sandwich you had for lunch might be a double whammy: the modern wheat bread and the processed deli meat inside, both potentially contributing to that afternoon stiffness. Have you ever noticed feeling more achy after a meal heavy in bread or pasta? That might be your body sending you a signal. But if your daily toast is now a suspect, what are you supposed to eat? This is about making a strategic upgrade, not about deprivation. Try swapping your bread for a bowl of old-fashioned rolled oats, which contain a type of fiber linked to reducing inflammation. Or consider quinoa, a protein-packed seed that gives your system a break. But what if you just want a piece of bread? There is one ancient method that might provide the answer: true sourdough. Not the flavored white bread at the supermarket, but bread made with a slow fermentation process. This process pre-digests the flour, breaking down some of the compounds that can cause irritation. Look for bread from a local baker with a simple ingredient list: flour, water, salt, and starter. Your action item is this: for 1 week, try swapping your regular bread for one of these alternatives. See how you feel. Next, let's investigate the dairy aisle and a category of food praised for decades: low-fat dairy. We were told fat was the enemy, so the food industry took it out. But what happened when they removed the fat? The food became tasteless. To fix this, they added something else back in. That something was almost always sugar. Take a look at the label on a typical flavored low-fat yogurt. It often contains more sugar than a candy bar. And this sugar is a massive driver of inflammation, triggering the release of inflammatory messengers called cytokines. So that healthy yogurt you're eating for your bones could be actively working against your joints. So does this mean all dairy is bad for you? Not at all. The secret is to choose wisely and embrace the fat. Instead of low-fat, high-sugar versions, turn to full-fat Greek yogurt. It's much higher in protein, helping to maintain the muscle mass that supports your joints. The fat keeps you full and helps you absorb vitamins crucial for bone health. Another fantastic option is kefir, a fermented milk drink packed with probiotics. A healthy gut is one of your body's best defenses against inflammation. Your mission is to buy a small container of plain Greek yogurt or kefir this week. Try it with some fruit and nuts and notice how much longer you feel satisfied. The third culprit on our list hides behind a mask of natural goodness. I'm talking about healthy-sounding liquid sugars like agave nectar and most fruit juices. The marketing is brilliant. Agave comes from a plant, so it must be good, right? But it's often highly processed and contains a massive amount of fructose, which puts a heavy load on your liver. In these concentrated doses, the liver's processing can generate compounds that promote inflammation. What about fruit juice? When you squeeze an orange and throw away the fiber, you're left with sugar water. You lose the one thing that makes fruit healthy. Fiber slows down sugar absorption, preventing the inflammatory spikes. A single glass of juice can have as much sugar as a can of soda. You could drink the juice from 5 oranges in a minute, but could you eat 5 whole oranges? The fiber in the whole fruit is nature's built-in off switch. So where do we find healthy sweetness? Nature has already provided it, whole fruit. The fiber, water, vitamins, and sugar are all packaged together perfectly. When you crave something sweet, reach for an apple or a bowl of blueberries. Berries are packed with antioxidants shown to have potent anti-inflammatory effects. If you need to sweeten your oatmeal, a very small amount of raw honey or pure maple syrup is a better choice. The key is to use them as a condiment, not an ingredient. The simple action here is to make a new rule: eat your fruit, don't drink it. Now, we need to talk about the invisible force in your kitchen that impacts every single meal, the oil you cook with. For 50 years, we were told to use vegetable oils like corn, soybean, and sunflower oil. But this shift created a huge imbalance in our diet. These oils are extremely high in a type of fat called omega-6 fatty acids. We need some omega-6s, but they are pro-inflammatory, acting as the gas pedal for inflammation. Omega-3s, found in fatty fish and walnuts, are the brake pedal. For most of human history, the ratio of gas to brakes was balanced. Today, that ratio is closer to 20 to 1. We're flooring the gas pedal with almost no access to the brakes. And this isn't just about your cooking oil. What do you think is in almost every processed food, from salad dressing to crackers? The solution is to rebalance your fats. First, get rid of those big plastic jugs of seed oil. Your primary oil should be extra virgin olive oil, rich in anti-inflammatory compounds. Use it for low to medium heat and for making your own dressings. For higher heat cooking, avocado oil is a stable choice. Second, actively increase your omega-3s. The best source is fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Aim to eat these at least twice a week. If you're not a fish eater, walnuts and ground flax seeds are great additions to oatmeal or yogurt. Start today with a cabinet audit. Read your labels. If the first ingredient is soybean or corn oil, it's time to find an upgrade. At this point, you might be thinking, this sounds overwhelming or expensive. It doesn't have to be. Eating for joint health is about simple, affordable staples: lentils, canned salmon, broccoli, frozen berries. It's about shifting your spending from processed goods to real food. A homemade dressing costs pennies per serving compared to the store-bought version. You might also be thinking, I just can't give up my bread. The goal here is not perfection, it is progress. If you have pasta with your family on Saturday night, enjoy it. It's what you do the other 90% of the time that matters. Start with just one change. Maybe this week you only focus on swapping your cooking oil. Small, consistent steps lead to big results. This is not a short-term diet, it's a long-term strategy for an active life. The advice here is not meant to replace that of your doctor. Think of your doctor as the firefighter who puts out a blaze. Your job, through nutrition, is to be the fire marshal, clearing out flammable materials so the fire is less likely to start. You are the CEO of your own health. So, let's bring it all together. We've unmasked the healthy foods that may be contributing to your joint pain: modern wheat, sugary low-fat dairy, and liquid sugars. We've exposed the hidden danger of the wrong oils. But the most important takeaway is not what to avoid. It's the powerful, simple, and delicious foods you can add. This isn't about deprivation. It's about flooding your body with the good stuff. Your challenge starting now is simple. Pick one, just one swap from this video that feels manageable. Commit to that one change for 1 week and pay attention to how you feel. You are in the driver's seat. You have the power to turn down that inflammation and start rebuilding from the inside out. Your body is designed to move, and with the right fuel, it can keep moving well for a long, long time. The journey starts with a single smart step.